Warning, I swear a lot. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Foreman's Mech Locker. So, we've got a cool one today, but first, some news. No mech designs to show off today, but nevertheless, a bit of news. I have beaten Armored Core 6. Now, you've probably beaten Armored Core 6. Everyone has probably beaten Armored Core 6. You don't quite understand. I have 99.5% beaten Armored Core 6. I have finished New Game Plus Plus. I have gotten every single part. I have fought every single arena fight. I have done literally everything except S-rank every mission, and I'm not going to do that because some of those boss fights seem like they'd be pure misery to try and S-rank, and I'm not doing it. Especially since if I fail on a boss fight to S-rank that mission, you can't use a checkpoint, which means I'd have to fight the whole fucking fight again, and I ain't doing that. Not the whole fight, sorry, the whole mission again. So I could S-rank it, and I ain't doing that. Especially since I'm very liberal with my ammunition. It's one of my many failings as a pilot. So my odds of getting an S-rank, because it takes ammo consumption into consideration when giving you your grade, nah, it's not happening, and I'm not doing it. But everything else in this fucking game, I've done. We've got all the parts. Now we can make any mech this game is capable of making, which is big. And that brings me to today's commission. This one was actually submitted, I think, before Titties, Cumulonimbus, and maybe one other as well, but I just didn't have the parts back then, and I honestly didn't think I would ever have the right parts for this commission. Now, however, I think we can do it. So allow me to present the commission to you. So, the Frostbite, currently known on our server as John Toho, requests an actual mech, treads preferably, left arm can be whatever suits you, if it even has a left arm, but it'd be cool if the right arm was equipped with 4 weapons, each one representing one of the Chaos Gods. Now, we've had an in-depth discussion about this on the Discord since this commission was made, and we figured out what parts we can use to make a mech that encompasses all of the Chaos Gods, a Chaos Undivided mech, as it were, and how that would require the use of each limb and shoulder piece. So for those of you who don't know, let me give you a really quick primer on what the fuck Frostbite's on about. Chaos refers to the Warhammer Fantasy / Warhammer 40k gods, the Chaos Gods, of which there are 4, and they are quite evil, though not necessarily by their nature, but typically used for evil purposes. There is Khorne, the god of violence. He is represented by red. I'm really making these brief. Tzeentch, the god of magic and ambition and change. He is represented in blue. There is Nurgle, the god of rot and decay and disease. He is represented by green. And Slaanesh, the god of excess and lots of titties, and they are represented by purple. We can make this happen, but I have a bit of a difficulty. Let's actually go into the assembly and start looking over this, because there's stuff to do. But I've gone through weapon ideas with people from the Discord because I wasn't sure what to do, and they came up with excellent suggestions and also pointed me in the directions of weapons I could get that would help me do what I want to do. But I have an issue here, and that is actually with the legs. Treads is not a bad idea, and I am willing to go ahead with that, but the thing is, the demons and units of chaos, both in 40k and in fantasy, because you can kind of draw from either here, although of course we'll be leaning more towards 40k, because 40k is futuristic, and so is this, so it fits. But if you're going to go for a chaos theme, treads, I get it. Probably we could go for Talisa, but I think we're going to want something more imposing, so Born and Misa would probably be the way to go. However, tetrapod legs would also be keeping in the vibe of chaos, because I don't know if y'all have seen soul grinders, but those are a thing, and this would fit. However, because there's more, given what a lot of the Chaos Lords look like, for instance, your big fucking bulky Chaos Lord / in the future Chaos Space Marine, those kinds of guys, it would be bipedal all the way. Thick, stand upright legs. Not even like Xiang Kuang, because that's too bowed. No, something like Melander, although probably something a little different looking. It's going to be difficult to get the aesthetic right here, because Chaos, I know the aesthetic of Chaos, I'm a big fan, but it is big, plated, knight-looking dudes with way too many fucking spikes and skulls. Now, there's only so much we can do along these lines, but I feel like we can hit the vibe. The question is, which legs do we go for? Weirdly, I actually think Wrecker legs might be the way to go with this. But Frosty did say that they wanted treads, and that is not a bad idea. But I think the mech would be a lot more impressive and can really carry stature if it was a bipedal. I'm not necessarily trying to make this mech good. I think we're going to have some problems, but I think this suits. Like, the knee pads, which are obviously not spikes, but they kind of have that jutting out vibe to them, which could kind of fit. I'll come back to it. If it turns out, like, with these legs, the whole thing just doesn't work out, I will absolutely go back to treads, but I think this would be a better way to go about doing it, in terms of a visual appearance. So we need bulk. We do. We kind of need bulk. Preferably, we want bulk and spikes. See, that's spiky, but it's not bulky. Everything about it needs to be over the top. It needs to be big and imposing. VE kind of feels like it might be the way to go. VP actually provides a kind of shoulder pad situation, which could work, but it is a bit smooth. Then again, that provides fucking shoulder plates, and that could be a good vibe. Maybe? It's a bit too squat. That makes it look a bit too squat. A Chaos Lord, as it were, because that's kind of what I'm basing this design off of. Chaos Lord stands tall. They are tall and imposing, not short and squat. Unless maybe a Nurgle one is like that, but even Nurgle ones, though they're a bit chunkier, are still tall. They are big fucking boys. They don't look squat. They just look big. That's kind of got the whole shoulder pad thing going. That makes the shoulders real big, and I reckon that would work. It's also convenient that we chose the Wrecker legs because this actually provides us with load capacity, which is going to be quite important. Torso is also going to be quite important. The thing that's going to annoy me the most, however, is that there's going to be no head that will fit this properly. Especially since most heads in this game tend to look too small for the mech in question, and that's even when you're making small mechs, let alone when you're making a big one. Oh, that's quite good. The problem is a lot of Chaos machinery uses like rivets. They are frames and rivets, and these mechs are just too, to put it bluntly, well designed. They're too sleek, too efficient. It doesn't quite fit. We might be making a lot of use of Wrecker. I don't know, it looks a little like it's not the right kind of scruffy in this case. Chaos is a really hard thing to get right when you're not working with stuff within Warhammer. Because at the end of the day, it's a very specific vibe. What about Melander arms or Basho arms? That's a bit too goofy. That could work. It is kind of losing some of its stature though. I like the torso, I think that works, honestly. This might be made by its head. But the head is going to be the hardest part, because that is the only head I can think of that actually matches like a Chaos Lord or Chaos Sorcerer helmet. It's kind of got the million eyes on it. It's close. Still not quite there. I really would want... I mean, that looks like, actually, that could kind of get the right vibe. It's a fairly intimidating head. Maybe. That's too small. That's a mess. That's funny. That's funny. That's a bit imposing, but that's more Gundam than Chaos, for sure. That's fairly imposing, but once again, it's a bit too Gundam. That could work, actually. That has some Chaos vibes to it. That could also work, actually. With a sort of chaotic energy in it. But I think we need to change the chest plate. Not to mention, I do want a smooth surface on the front of the chest as well for the purposes of emblems, because we are going to need to, like, brand this thing. Figuratively and probably literally, knowing what Chaos are like. Plus, we have to consider the fact that if this is a Chaos machine, they've probably put a demon in it. There is probably a demon piloting this thing. This is not a thing to be piloted by human beings, probably not. It is probably just possessed by a demon. Big demon. I mean, I kind of like that vibe. I don't really think it fits Chaos, but I do kind of like it. It's frustrating because Tian Kuang actually fits a part of the criteria I was talking about before, because it has, you can see the rivets and the lines. This is a very Chaos style presentation. Not done in a chaosy way. Chaosy, but it's close, and that's probably the most frustrating part. Oh my god, that looks absurd. Hang on, let me take that for a fucking test. I want to see what that looks like. Ooh, this could look really funny. Okay, it doesn't look so bad. Well, I mean, from the front, it looks fucking stupid. It really does look kind of dumb. Okay, alright. Can't really go Tian Kuang arms. I'll see what else they've got. But I think Tian Kuang body does kind of fit this well. I think the Howl head fits this well. I think it's going to look very fucking strange. We might need Thickum's legs. Big Thickum's legs. We have to be careful with the arms because they do tend to make it look top heavy. That torso also makes it look central heavy, which is a big problem. Just in general, it's a problem. How the fuck am I gonna fix this? Like, look, it doesn't work very well. Oh, there's Tian Kuang and Tian Lao. So Tian Lao is the one that just doesn't work because it's too big, but Tian Kuang, maybe. Still a bit stubby, though. Maybe not that torso. Maybe it's just too fucking big. Mind Alpha actually fits this quite... Yeah, Mind Alpha has actually done a lot of my work for me, damn. Let's just see how it'd look on that real quick. See, I just don't feel there. For a Chaos mech, I mean, for a shit... Like, not a shit Chaos mech, but for a low-tier Chaos mech, which would just be, like, something they deploy in mass, sure, this would totally work. But for, like, something that's going to be called the fucking Everchosen? This mech is going to be called the Everchosen, by the way. That is its name. Nah, not quite. That works because of the spikes. We'll go with that for now. The more I look at the heads, the more I'm not sure about it. The spike on top, funnily enough, is what kills it for me, because that goes from looking vaguely chaosy to more of a Gundam style thing. I think Mind Beta would be the way to go. That's actually a pretty fucking cool looking mech. It's never gonna look exactly chaos. I don't think I can manage such a thing, but... Whoops. I quite like the look of that, I must say. I think it looks pretty neat. Let's do a quick AC test and see how it looks. See, that's pretty good actually. It's got some like properly humanoid focused, muscular, imposing presence to it. I do kind of dig that. Okay, alright, yeah, we can work with this. Now we need to go on to weapons. Now the first weapon is going to be easy. I already know one of the weapons I want. It's easy as pie. For the corn weapon, chainsaw. Done. Good start. Already, we're in ecstasy. So we've settled corn. Now we're going to need Zinch. We do have one for this, and it's a weapon I don't particularly like, but it is about as Zinch as it gets, and that is the light wave cannon. Because actually, let me show you why I picked that. We can watch a little video. Big blue bolty energy lightning powers. It's very Zinch. If it was slightly darker blue, it would be more Zinch, but we have to make do with what we got. Big explosions, you love to see it. So, left side is Cornyn's. Should I try and arrange these in such a... Well, all the gods hate each other, so what fucking difference does it make? Nah, never mind. I'm saying words, don't even worry about them. So, we need Slaanesh and Nurgle. Now, for Slaanesh, there's nothing in the game that really fits like the style of Slaanesh, as it were. Unless you went like, oh, well, you know, stun needle launcher for incapacitate. I don't really see it. I think plasma cannon. I think for Tzeentch, you want a plasma cannon. It's long, it's sleek, it shoots purple. It's the right vibe. And then finally, and this one's nice and easy, surprisingly, although it took other people's input for me to figure this one out. For Nurgle, we just get the gun that shoots green. There we go. This is going to be a fucking weird mech to play, let me tell you that. So now we need to sort out its internals, as it were, and I have all of these now. What color? I guess really the color we'd want the jets to be either orange or red, because that feels more chaos. We'll go for a nice big Rubicon generator, because why the fuck not? FCS, good fucking question. Mid-range, mid to long range. Okay, I guess we're going to want to go balanced, really, aren't we? That'll do it. And finally, boosters. Finally, boosters. Oh my, off. I got confused for a minute, but that does, the whole crosshatch look does look very chaos, it must be said. I'm thinking Gridwalker. Now, let's take it for a quick AC test and see how it looks. And, oh my god, I'm going to need to figure out how to play this thing, and I've never used a chainsaw before, so... Oh boy! Okay. Good, good, good. I like it. Oh yeah, it doesn't fuck around. Nice. Red flames, very good. Very good, okay. Oh my god. 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 Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's corn as fuck. Alright, nice. I mean, that's not really green, but it's close enough. It's gonna have to be close enough. We don't have anything closer. We have our plasma cannon. Check this shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then finally, the light wave cannon, which looks very nice, but I've never been particularly keen on. But we might be able to make it work. We may struggle to get in close, but the way I see it is the pulse cannon, for instance, or the pulse gun will help to remove enemy pulse shields. The rest of our weapons, it's really a case of if you can land something, it's going to do a lot of damage, and if you can stagger someone, you can cripple them. I think we will struggle in combat a little bit, though, although that will probably be more due to my own preferred playstyle and how this is just not it in any way, shape, or form. But now, oh, by the way, I bought all the parts in the shop. There's literally nothing left, so I literally have everything. Time to paint. So, I'm thinking fairly standard chaos-looking colors, so black for a start. Although we'll probably want to, yeah, more grayish black to fit that bill. And it's going to be pretty fucking matte-looking black. It's not really glossy. This is the kind of weathering we need. Oh yeah, this. This is the kind of weathering we need. Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, that'll fit. Yeah, that'll fucking fit. So Chaos does actually quite like its gold accents, its gold outlines, as it were. But they also quite like brass. I think that looks better, personally. Get a bit of shine on it. They kind of like their brass bronze stuff. Yeah, that is leaning more towards corn, but I think you see that a lot in Undivided. So support, I reckon, could be leaning more towards a lighter grey. Not too light, but lighter. Sort of. We'll gloss it up a little bit, and yeah, that can work. Okay, so in terms of personal news, recently, and by recently I mean at time of recording yesterday, to you guys probably the day before yesterday or something like that. Can I actually make this gold? Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah, yesterday I went and did my first band practice, which is because I've been practicing on my own, and then yesterday I actually went to do my first band practice. A month. Let me look at the date. Less than a month before my first ever gig, I did my first band practice. Yeah, you know, life is pretty scary, especially when you're getting ready to play a gig and you've never played a fucking instrument before. But we're getting there. And I'm doing alright, and my parts are real fucking simple, so it's distinctly possible that I could do it. You know, it's possible. It's just spooky. That's all. Spooky. But I can do it. I'm a big boy, and I've been playing the bass and learning it reasonably okay. This is going to be very important. What color should this be? Because a Chaos God will get upset if I use a color that's too close to any of these individual gods' colors. But I find that red and orange really do fit. I'm thinking it's going to be orange. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now here's where I think the mech is going to start looking terrible, okay? Because each of these weapons are dedicated to a specific Chaos God, which in my mind, makes me believe that we need to incorporate that color into their scheme. But this is where things can fall apart rapidly. Nevertheless, I think we can make it work. Now, what was the weathering we used for the overall frame? That's actually very important. Entire frame, was weathering 14? Okay, we need to remember that and use weathering 14 for everything. Because that's how we'll get the right vibe. See, that actually looks... Whoops. That actually looks quite good already. Well, I can't get... There it is. It looks good. That's a good start. I reckon that could probably stay as is. That's just fine. This, I think, needs to be... rusted orange color. We're going to use muted colors to not make this thing look fucking ridiculous, basically. Which orange is this? We'll use 5 down orange for device. No, go back to entire frame. We'll use 5 down orange. There we go. Cool. And now I know that, and I can keep that in my brain. So, Korn's weapon done. Lovely. Now, Nurgle. It's gonna have to look like a really fucking horrible green. Oh, that's an awful green. That's a terrible green, which makes it perfect. It needs to look shittier. Yes, this one's actually going to need to be way rustier. Yeah. I know what's up. It might be a bit hard to see this thing's color scheme. But that's kind of in tune with Nurgle, to be honest. It's supposed to look like a fucking piece of shit. And lo and behold, we are doing that. We're just gonna have to lean in a bit more on the color scheme on this one to make sure that it's actually noticeable. Whilst remaining completely muted as well. So if we go back... Okay, yeah, I think things are looking alright so far. The back weapons are where it's going to get interesting because it turns out this plasma cannon is actually a large part of our overall arsenal. Now, the correct thing to do, probably, would be to actually give this thing no weathering at all, because it's Slanesh, and Slanesh shit doesn't have weathering. But I think that won't look very good. I think it needs to have weathering in order to not look ridiculous. We'll have a look, you know. But, I think it's going to look a little absurd if we don't tone that down a little bit. Even now, it actually looks kind of absurd. Maybe we weather it a bit more. kind of go with the same idea that we did for Nurgle. You can look at it and sort of vaguely identify that it's supposed to be Slaanesh. Yes. But with more weathering, still. Very good, very good. And the last part will be Mr. Zinch. And this will have to be fucking blue. Probably that kind of blue. But then it's gonna have to be fucking up to shit with the weathering. Yes, it is. To make it not look terrible. The blue is probably the worst one here, actually, in terms of appearance. By turning up the glossiness, we can actually tone down the blue, which helps. The rest of the material colors are actually fine. I think it's going to need even more. Can we get more weather? Oh, more weathering. Maybe don't have it glossy because that actually makes it shine too much. Yeah, that looks better. Interesting. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It's weird, I'll grant you. It's very weird. I'm not sure about that head, I've got to be honest. I'm also not sure about the lighting choice either. I think I want something that stands out a bit more. Let's see, generic-ass chaos is usually like a reddish orange. I think? Or is it usually I don't know, actually. I think orange is the safest color to go with. Because it doesn't adhere to any Chaos God. I'm gonna have a look at the heads one more time. I feel like now that we've got the colors, we might be able to find something better. We'll go from top to bottom. Even though we can't have this head, it's too heavy. I'd love to get Basho on it, but that is kind of dumb. See, a lot of these heads, of course, are just too fucking small. I mean, that could work. Because a lot of Chaos helmets kind of have, like, fucked up proportions to them. I feel like that actually kind of works. Maybe. Gonna put my foot down and go with it. I should also put on fucking Terminal Armor, because I always forget to do that. I know Terminal Armor isn't the best expansion, but it's the one that's easiest to use because you don't have to think about it, it just does it by itself. So I think there should be at least some iconography on this thing. And now I'm gonna go and check the internet and hope that someone has done this for me. Please tell me you guys have done this for me. Well, someone has done Slaaneshi themed ones, but not actually, like, Undivided Chaos. And I can't put decals on weapons, so I can't put like the Slaanesh ones on the Slaanesh weapon, so fuck me, I guess. I'm gonna have to make this myself. Gonna need some reference material. As it stands, the current Everchosen doesn't have a specific logo to him, so I can actually make this. Makes things a lot easier for me. I just need to make the Undivided logo, which I reckon I can do. It just might take a minute. But hey, if I can make all of that stuff for Titties and Nimbus, I can probably do it for this. It took way too fucking long. I don't think it even looks that great, but it looks good enough. I tried to go too complicated with it at one point, and I was like, nah, dial it back. It doesn't need to look exactly like the Undivided logo. It just needs to have a similar shape. The outline feels necessary, A, because that's kind of what the Undivided thing is. It's typically black and yellow. And I felt there needed to be something in the middle just to kind of detract from the fact that it's going to look like all of the black lines going into a mass rather than being oversecting black lines with a sort of more metallic design of the actual logo. Let's see how it looks on the mech, right? That's kind of the key point here. How does it look on the mech? I think I'm going to be very disappointed in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see though. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well, we just made it fucking big. Wow, you can make that big. No, it doesn't need to be that big. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Maybe smaller, but further up, perhaps. Good, good. Okay, good. Yep, happy with that. Maybe another one, but this time on the back. Because we want to be able to see it while we're piloting the mech, you know? There's only so much of it we will be able to see, but whatever, that's fine. Good. Okay. And now we kind of want those smattered around as well, but I think probably maybe a slightly dumbed down, for lack of a better term, version of it, if that makes sense. So I can copy it, can't I? I can duplicate it, cool. So we can have this version, and then we just get rid of these. And then add something to make that look not dumb. Easier said than done. Sadly, I can't use emblems in pieces for emblems, but oh well. I'll make it work. We'll go a little silly with it, yeah? We'll go a little bit, like, uncharacteristically edgy with it. Yeah, we'll do that. That works. It doesn't have to be amazing. I just want it to be slightly different so it's not the same thing splattered throughout the entire mech, you know? That's really all I'm going for. For the head, I want to use that standard ass, the first one I made, because I prefer it. Even though, funnily enough, it actually looks more like a World of Warcraft Horde symbol than an actual chaos symbol, but you know what, it's fine.
I never felt like down. I never felt like down. But they're still with me. Down. You gotta tone up, down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. But they're still with me. Down. You gotta tone up, down.
This is good. I forgot to talk because I spent so long not talking that I forgot that I'm now talking. There are other things we can do with this, however. And a small minor detail I'd like to do. Definitely. Good. Good. Now it's starting to look more like a chaos mech rather than just a color-themed mech. I think having the 8-point star on the fist is a really nice touch. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. Actually, quite pleased. Yeah. Pleased with that detail. Let's just quickly get it done here too. I think the chest one should be bigger. There we go. Good. minor detail I want to start adding to every single mech I make now as well. Not there, though. The FPS watermark goes on the back of the head. Gotta have branding, you know? I want people to use this mech and be like, this is a cool mech. Who made it? I should fucking commission them for a mech. And then, boom, bam. Check the back of the head of your mech. There it is. There's me. Alright, there we go. I think after much fiddling, much fiddling, so much fucking fiddling that I actually have no idea what the length of this video will be because it's actually going to be way lower than I recorded because I'm going to fucking fast forward through all of that emblem making I was doing because I didn't talk, because I was concentrating. And even then, the outcome is fine, I guess. Not the most amazing thing ever, but it'll do. Our Chaos Mech is done. The Everchosen has been built. It has been built to spec with its weapons. Let's see what we can do with it. Now, I'm really uncertain about this one. And King is not a pushover. Let's be clear. Let's see what we can do. Maybe there are changes we can make if this thing doesn't perform the way I want it to. To the boosters, for instance.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program number 3. Only the best remain. Subject AC. Aster Crown. Call sign. King.
Alright, you bitch. You, sir, don't know what you're up against. And that's funny, because I don't know what I'm throwing at you either. Not entirely clear on this thing or how it functions. Mid-range combat, I suppose. Try and move closer when it's time for the big hit. That's a big hit. There's a support start. If he's using a pulse shield, actually, I can use that against him. I just need to land another. Yes, my God! My good God is my weakness. I've broken him in half. Why can't I move? Okay, all right. Oh, so close. Don't even give me that shit. Okay. Maybe? Nah, but close though. Okay, now that I've learned a bit more about how to use it, I can get a better outcome. So for someone like him using a pulse shield is actually a huge weakness for him, because the pulse gun just rips his stability to shreds. So we can make use of that. Liberal use of the plasma gun, I just didn't really use it enough, and try and get that fucking light wave lock on. And remember to dodge. Remember to dodge. Come on. Oh yeah! Get fucked, you loser! Oh, no contest! He's fucking done. Alright, Everchosen, not bad. We're actually off to a pretty good start with this thing. We were kind of spec'd, I didn't realize beforehand, we are kind of spec'd to beat this guy.
Well done.
Because of our pulse gun. The pulse gun makes a huge difference. If someone's using a pulse scoot him, pulse gun will blow him away. Very easy to counter-spec for. Not difficult at all. Last time, when we were using Cumulonimbus, we then went up against Freud. Let's go up against Freud and see how we do that. That's going to be interesting. So, Freud. I don't even remember what Freud's fighting style is. He likes his drones, he moves pretty fast, he's got some firepower. He's got a big gun on his side, and a melee weapon. Really, it comes down to landing a stagger at close range. Because if we can land a fully charged chainsaw hit, they go down. They just go down. Their health melts. It disintegrates. The key, the trick, the hard part is landing that. That's not easy. Say, for now, just sort of keep him at distance, so we can do that, and then go in. That was good. Maybe don't be afraid to try and land a chainsaw hit to just sort of do a bit more damage. Fuck. Oh, you bastard. No. Yeah, how about some of that, you fool? Good. Good. It's going okay. We just need to land that stagger. If we can land that stagger, it's all over. Fucker. Fucker, fucker, fucker. I forgot you had a pulse shield.
At 30%.
Oh, so close. No. Damn, so close. Oh. It's always an adjustment period. It's always an adjustment period where I need to figure out how to actually fight them with this thing. Which is pretty useless in a life or death situation, but that's more my failing than the mech's failing. There's definitely potential. Problem is, a lot of the time I'm trying to focus on landing these shots and making sure I can actually land the stagger, but I'm not focusing so much on actually dodging. Like that, which I should do. That was good. That was very good. Oh yeah, go on. Oh, so close. Okay, it's fine. Good. Good. Well, the chainsaw doesn't do much against the pulse shield, apparently. Just a downer. He doesn't have an infinite amount of those, and they take a long time to cool down, so we might be able to work with it. Yes! Caught him a bit, caught him a bit, caught him a bit. It was not worth it, though. Big hits. About to die. This is pretty standard by this point. Damn it, fuck, man, oh. It's a slightly frustrating mech to pilot, I must say. Because if you don't manage to land those hits, you are going nowhere. You're getting nothing done. You kind of need a stagger. This thing is built to capitalize on staggers, and if you're not doing it, you're not getting anywhere. Or at least I'm not getting anywhere, let's be more clear. No point doing that yet. We need to make more use of the chainsaw, because it's one of our few relatively good pressure weapons. Come on, fucking recover, you twat. Oh. Only problem is it's also been a few days because I beat the fucking game and don't need to play anymore, that I'm definitely out of practice. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you fool. Oh, you fool. Yes. Oh, you fool. Down you go. We can even use the pulse gun to just finish him off at the end. That is a thing we can do. It's quite effective. So the pulse gun is like our primary weapon, actually, strangely, and it's difficult to use in this capacity because it is not well suited to just doing damage or inflicting stagger. It is mainly used to counter pulse shields.
All evaluations.
Now, it's not useless in the initial role of doing damage and causing stagger, it's just that there are better weapons for that. But the ability to basically render an opponent who has a pulse shield into something pathetically useless is valuable. And the chainsaw is honestly there. I kind of, as I was discussing battle tactics, I was kind of like, oh, well, we will only really ever use it for, like, you know, capitalizing, but it's actually pretty useful if you can get in close and land it to deal a fuck ton of stagger. Plasma cannon really just applies pressure, and the light wave, I mean, I think it helped. I don't know, I didn't really see, but it's a very easy to dodge attack that doesn't, it does some fair damage, but not a fuck ton of damage. I have a mission that I feel will play to this thing's strengths, possibly. And I'm not doing this because I'm trying to make it look good, really. I'm doing this because so far its performance has been a bit lacking, and I'm like, if it can't do this, that's a problem. That will actually be a problem with it. This is like a... rather than being like, let's see how far we can push this, it's like, okay, let's see what it can actually handle. Like, is it good enough to do this? Is it good enough to be an active mech? It's iffy. This is a very, like... It's a very difficult design to work with because we've done it in a very specific way. It's not been done smart, it's been done for creativity and fun. And I like the mech as a machine.
Don't worry, not even the PCA would anticipate a solo independent mercenary.
Not even the PCA would anticipate a solo Chaos Lord
Get to work.
flying in there in a fucking wrecked ass old mech equipped with a giant chainsaw. I like this mech a lot, let me be clear. Just because I'm not playing very well with it does not mean I don't like it. I think it's cool. It's just, oh boy, it's also kind of not pilot friendly. You can fuck off.
Who are they with? We can look into that later.
Who are they with? They are with the Black Legion, sir. I'm Johnny Black Legion, here to say, chaos. Something chaos. And I dismantled your cannon. What now? Ow. That's what now. Okay, good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, come on. That didn't hit me. Stop pretending it hit me. Fuck! Okay, this isn't a bottomless pit. Good to know. Right, that's helpful. Down you go, loser. Plasma cannon will deal with you. There's one thing plasma cannons can do is deal with slow-moving targets.
I can't get through to HQ.
Oh, where's HQ when you need them? Oh, jeez, Jimmy. I was only 5 minutes from retirement. Ugh, God, I'm not a huge fan of this fucking pulse gun, I gotta be honest. Maybe the other pulse gun is better. Maybe I should look into that. That might actually be an idea. Maybe something as simple as just picking a different pulse gun could do it. Isn't it unsurprising, though, to all of us Total Warhammer 3 players, that the Nurgle aspect of this mech is the weakest? It's also funny because the Tzeentch part is the second weakest, and Tzeentch is not... Tzeentch is like the strongest Total Warhammer 3 faction. But, you know... Oh, you're dead. Yeah, you're fucking gone. Yeah, that's what a chainsaw will do to you.
Move on to the next area.
This mech is very cool. I like it a lot. I don't know, I'm very keen on it. It's just I have to acknowledge that it is not the most combat effective mech I've ever made. Gotta be real with you for a second. It is somewhat lacking. But then again, is it lacking, or am I just not really piloting it properly? I'm also not playing as well as I did before, because there's been a bit of a gap between the last time I played this. And like, I don't know, this mission ain't particularly easy either. Fuck me, I've timed that very poorly. Well, I'm not getting an S rank on this mission. Can you see why I don't want to try and S rank all the Excuse me? How did that miss? Yeah, do you see why I don't want to S rank all these missions? It's not fun. Don't want to do it. I will get nothing from that experience.
Updating your marker data. Proceed in the direction indicated.
I think the mech, if used by a skilled pilot, can get a lot of use out of it. And I think it's fun, because it's a fucking chaos-themed mech with a chainsaw and a plasma cannon. Those are my two favorite weapons. The other two I can take or leave. I honestly believe maybe the other pulse gun might be better, and I just do not rate the light wave cannon at all. Which is unfortunate, because it's a cool weapon, but...
Attacking a watch point.
Hello, sir.
You're incorrigible.
So incorrigible.
How many of your dogs must I kill before you learn?
How many indeed? Alright, buddy, let's go.
Stop. Behind you.
Oh god, we're doing the alternative version. Oh, fucking bollocks. I thought we were doing the base game version. Shit. Piss. I'll come for you in a minute, buddy boy. Stop shooting me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, get him. He needs to go. Oh fuck, my boosters. Yeah, I'm working on it. You know, I really am like, it's on my to-do list, I swear to you. There we go, that helps. There we go. Oh my god, fuck off. Ugh. Oh, I've got you pinned in here now. You're stuck in here with me. Oh, fuck you. You will die.
I hear you make fine hounds with the right training. But you have the sense of danger. Far better to dispose of you.
I'm just getting staggered from all fucking angles. I hate this version. I didn't think this is what I was signing up for. Fuck off. No. Come on, you bitch. No. Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah, he just dodged that, did he? Yeah, except he didn't. The chainsaw went right fucking through him. Oh my god, fuck you. Stay still. He did stay still and it still missed. I did notice that, by the way. Can you fuck off for 5 minutes, Sula? I'm dealing with your fucking backup dancers. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay, now I have to fight a fucking AC in its entirety. With no health. Fuck me. Okay, that's not really the mech's fault because this is a new game plus thing, which I wasn't expecting. I thought the game would let me play the normal version, but no. Why would it do that? That would be too easy. It's not even the challenge I was here for either. Fuck me. The mech can be good, I just need to be better with it. I think part of the issue is that a lot of the combat style requires active use of all 4 of the weapons, right? You need to be throwing out plasma cannon shots, you need to at least try and use the fucking light wave, although I've got to be honest, it's a massive burden. The chainsaw is necessary, and, I mean, you know, the pulse gun is like your primary form of sustained offense. I'm going... yeah, fuck you. So you've got to keep track of a lot of things, and then you have to dodge. And, like, for many, fuck you, for many AC players, everything I've just described is fucking standard, right? That's just what you do. But I designed my mechs to be a little more simpler, so I could focus more on dodging. And this was probably, I might say, not a great way to train myself. I got too comfortable. You know. Oh my god. So the chainsaw has a massive weakness I'd like to point out, and that is that you do the charge forward and then you stop to rev up the chainsaw, at which point your opponent goes, no thank you, and leaves. Making it an extremely unwieldy weapon. Oh my god, and the range is not great either. I like the chainsaw, but it's not particularly practical. Also, I keep pressing shift and my mech is not dashing a lot of the time, so I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I'm looking at my shit and I do have dash. I might need to redesign some aspects of this. And take a break, because this is actually really starting to piss me off. See, like, fuck the light wave cannon, seriously, this thing is garbage. Oh my god. Direct hit. Oh yeah, you are supposed to charge it. I did forget that. You are supposed to charge it, but there's a slight problem with that idea, and that's that the light wave cannon takes like 15 minutes to lock, and then you need to take more time after that to... I'm actually gonna fucking... I'm out. I'm done. Oh god. Oh, the aggravation there was real. Oh, that actually really got to me. I kept talking to try and ease some of my frustration, so I started talking crap. That really frustrated me. It's a frustrating mech to play. Let's see if we can change some things. Maybe the boosters need work. Maybe Gridwalker isn't great. I'm more of a fan of NGI personally because of the quick boost focus. I'm using that. Would this... Yeah, I think this is a better one, to be honest with you. It's got more impact and it does more damage. I'm gonna have to recolor it though, because now it looks stupid. Cool, thanks. Appreciate it. Ugh. Everything's trying to annoy me at the moment. Is there any weapon I could use that represents Zinch that isn't the Aurora? Because I fucking hate this thing. It is not good. You know what? Zinch likes his barriers, so a pulse shield might actually be the way to go on this. I'm gonna pick a different mission because that one made me want to cry. In my soul. My soul was in tears. Oh yeah, I did pick the alt mission version. Yeah, that is on me. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, let's do the normal version of that so we don't have to deal with the snipers, because this thing is not really suited to chasing down multiple targets at long range. Just ain't.
Be ready for it.
God, that wasn't even this isn't even the encounter in this mission that I was trying to test this thing against. Sully is like nothing. It's the thing after that I wanted to see if this thing could handle. But I think a pulse shield kind of keeps in the idea of like being a Zinchian thing, because the pulse shield is blue for a start. Zinch units like their barriers, they make significant use of them. I think it works. It makes us a bit more durable, which is greatly appreciated. Down you go. It's almost as if I just did this mission like 2 seconds ago and I'm a little bit better prepared this time.
We can look into that later. It's engaging.
Thanks, wow, game didn't even warn me it was firing, it just did. Cool, appreciate it, thank you.
Code 7-8, requesting
Oh, deep breaths, Foreman. The sad times are over. Now you can just enjoy the mech. The mech you really want to like, but it's not cooperating with you. Oh yeah, this pulse gun is way better. Yeah, that's a lot better. That is so much better. So much happier. I didn't change its appearance. I don't care. Down it goes. Much more smooth, yes. Make some changes. Everything improves. Fuck you. Is that all of them? No. I'm gonna find the last one. I'm gonna fucking kick him. Yeah! You should be. Oh, it feels better now. I can't remember the last time I played this game and actually got so, like, frustrated in a moment. And I think that's because typically, when I make mechs and I play them, range isn't usually my issue. Because, like, with the warning, for instance, yeah, I'm using dual pistols, that's very short range. But it's counteracted by the fact that the warning moves quite fast. And when I'm in close range, I can deal with practically anything. Whereas this thing is like a multi-range... Ugh, fuck you. It's like a multi-range, good at some things, not good at other things. I can't believe you kind of shot me through the wall there. This mech, this actually fits its theming because it's incorporating all 4 Chaos Gods. It's incredibly, like... It's all over the place. It fights at multiple ranges, but it specializes in none of them. This is frustrating for me because I like my close range. Can you get off of my mic? I like my close range shit. That's how I fight. I can fight at long range. I much prefer close range. One more time. I just need a hit. Okay, Stiller, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, for real this time. Now that your backup dancers aren't here. Oh yeah, I can't even use my pulse shield against this guy because he uses pulse weapons. Whoops. That was a bad choice. And I committed, and that was an even worse choice. Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh my god, this weapon is so frustrating. That delay between the dash and the swing is horrific. It is actually horrific. See that? You see it? Do you see it? Do you see what I'm talking about? It is agonizing. The pile bunker like hits quicker than that. And the pile bunker is fucking slow. Oh boy, oh this thing is just not, really struggling with this thing. Oh there we go, I finally landed a fucking hit, only for him to immediately stagger me. Yeah, that's the game. Please shoot him, thank you, and now I can potentially kill him? Yes. Oh, that fight is not that hard. Oh. Oh, this entire testing process has been agonizing. Oh, I'm trying to forget.
Back to work.
I really am trying to forget everything about testing this thing while I'm testing it, because it hurts. I don't know if this thing's better with a pulse shield. I don't actually think it is. But whatever, I've committed to it now. Oh boy. I think this is the first mech where I've tested it and I'm like, the mech's really cool. I really like how it looks. I really like its theming and its idea and everything like that. But I fucking despise how it plays.
The device in the center.
I actually despise how this thing plays. What did that just not hit? Whatever. I don't understand this stupid weapon. I wanna like the chainsaw. Oh, cool. So you can. Oh, fuck. That's actually pretty good. I didn't fucking know that. Oh, that changes a lot of things. Oh, you can just walk into things and do damage with it while charging the chainsaw. Then you can let go to do that. Why would you ever use the normal swing on this thing? That makes a big... How the fuck did you miss? That makes a big difference. Okay, alright. I can work with that. Maybe not in this boss fight. Possibly. But... that changes a lot of things. Okay, cool.
Good job.
Hello, it's Balteus. I skipped the story aspect because it's really, really, really long, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be testing this mech anymore. Can we move on? Yeah, I'm working on it. Get him! Get him! Big hits. Yeah, I'm aware. Oh, this is actually... It's fine. It's a fine mech. Fine, literally okay, but I'm really not feeling this at all. I'm not feeling... This mech feels unsuitable for dealing with most things. I've got to be honest. If I am to be real with you, ladies and gentlemen, this mech feels unsuitable. I don't know why it just teleported in front of me. That was fucking weird. Oh yeah, I should run. Ouch. Ouch. Oof. Oof. I'm having a bad time. And Balteus isn't even that difficult, even before the patches. You just need the right stuff to deal with him, and technically I have the right stuff. That was a rather disappointing amount of damage, but whatever. That's true. He sure can't. Got him on the ropes. Why did I choose to fire at that moment? What did I think I was going to accomplish? I was trying to, like, I don't know, rub the chainsaw on him, I guess. And it's working about as well as you'd expect. But this is pretty funny, what's happening right now. Oh, fuck off. Jesus Christ, the range is awful. Oh, this... Oh, I want to like the chainsaw, but I can't, because it sucks. Oh, just kill him, thank you. Oh. Oh. Just use the power bunker. Fuck me. Don't use the chain. I mean, look, if you want to use the chainsaw, go for it, but... Oh, be prepared for some frustration. Be prepared for a long adjustment period of learning how to use it properly, because... Oh. Ooh, it was bad. I didn't enjoy a second of that mission. Not a single fucking second. The whole thing was painful. Now, potentially there might be some generator issues here because my recharge was way too fucking slow. Or maybe a case of simply my mech and the way it's built is very EN heavy, like it sucks up a lot of energy. These boosters might be a bit thirsty in terms of EN. I don't know. I think visually this has been a success, right? I think it looks very cool. I'm very pleased with how it looks visually, okay? I think in terms of combat capabilities, this thing is a hard failure. This has been a hard failure, and that's not the client's fault. The client asked for 4 weapons in relating to the Chaos Gods, and I did that. Oh! Now, the pulse gun is actually alright. That is a good pulse gun, I recommend keeping it. Let me just save the AC as it is. Sorry, and I also need to name it. I forgot to do that. Everchosen, and I'm just going to go save it real quick, but I want to talk about the changes I would make to make this thing more viable. So first of all, if you want to go for like the corn ideas of like horrific aggression, pile bunker. Korn would fucking nuts if he saw the pile bunker in action. Pile bunker for days. This is the weapon to go with. I will hear no alternative. Chainsaw is cool, but fuck, man, it's not fun to use. Or at least look, most of these complaints every time I make a complaint, let it be clear that I'm acknowledging the fact without necessarily stating it every single time that I might just be shit. I might just not be using it properly. I'm willing to accept that. If you're like, well, Foreman, I use the chainsaw and the light wave cannon all the fucking time, and it works for me, I would perceive that as being either you're more experienced with those weapons or you're just generally better than me. I'm willing to accept that 100%. But to my own personal taste, oh, the chainsaw's not great. Don't like it. Not at all. We got fuck all out of the pulse shield, because I'm not that kind of player, I guess, so get rid of that. I wonder if maybe I have a pulse cannon. The pulse gun is not really the problem, though. Maybe, no, actually, there could be something there. Have 2 pulse guns. Because that would provide enough offensive power to stagger most targets. That could work, honestly. Let's try one mission. Real quick one, if I can. I don't expect to win this one, but let's try it. And just see how these new changes have affected our ability to fight. I'm curious if these were the problems. Like, I'm curious where the problem even lies. Was it those weapons? Was it my piloting? Was it the generator and the boosters? Was it a combination of all these things? Was it a lack of speed and durability? I don't know. I want to just take one more shot to try and figure out what the fuck's going on. Because up to this point, I feel like we've made some decent mechs. And, yeah, on this occasion, I really feel like we haven't. I kind of want to figure out why. It's kind of awkward having a situation where a right-hand weapon and a left-hand weapon are my, pulse weapons, but it's not that big a deal. So, we feel, I don't know, these are easier enemies, so I'm not sure if it really counts, but we feel a little bit more... Feels like things are just flowing a bit better. The energy situation is still pathetic.
It's an enforcer machine specialized for close-range combat.
Surprise! But wait, there's more! Oh yeah!
Be online now. Did the corporation hire you?
Maybe it did, I'll never tell.
Come here alone. Doesn't matter.
I fell off the map. It's okay, I saved it. You still have to chase me, idiot. Chase me! There we go, that'll do ya. Oh, you're out. Goodbye, buddy. Now, that's not exactly fair, because that guy is extremely vulnerable to the pile bunker because he always closes to melee. I need to get out of here because this is not good terrain.
Enemy signatures approaching. 2 LCs.
I need to get out of here, it's not good terrain. Yeah, that HC, he just rushes into melee, so you can pile bunker him into oblivion. That is like the way to take him out. These two will be a little more interesting because they're fast-moving targets with a lot of missiles and long-ranged attacks. And they're quick. That was not smart. I acknowledge this. And they've got backup from like everywhere. There we go. Oh yeah! Oh, this is much more like it. Oh, Korn is absolutely nutting right now. He loves this. I'm telling you he does. Oh yeah! Off you fucking go! Goodbye! Oh, this already feels a lot better. This feels a lot better. Pile bunker supremacy. Fight me, you won't. I have a pile bunker. You wouldn't get a fucking sentence out before that thing took you down. Pile bunker for days. I will not be convinced otherwise. S ranked what is actually a genuinely tough mission. Is the chainsaw more fitting for Korn? Perhaps. But pile bunker all the way. That is absolutely the way to do it. So I will save 2 different versions just to, you know. I'll call it the F-type because it's my version. I'll load the normal Everchosen because that is the mech that was requested, and even then I took a liberty with it really by not putting it on treads, but I felt it needed... If we were to emulate the stature of a Chaos Lord, it needed to stand on 2 legs. That was my opinion of it, and I think it's worked out, but... Yeah, no, if you wanted to make changes to this design, I'd say follow my type version, because that kind of just did the trick. It made it a lot better. But I hope the client's happy with it. I imagine I'll get a few complaints, considering how questionable its performance was overall, how I've kind of strayed from the design document a little bit, and I completely, powered off the chainsaw because I was like, this thing is too fucking slow and I don't like it. And the pile bunker exists, so why the fuck would you use anything else? I guess. But that's why you shouldn't use the pile bunker. If the pile bunker is so good, you should try out other things. So I do appreciate the fact that the chainsaw was the thing to use, but I really don't like the chainsaw. I'll use any other melee weapon. I love most of the melee weapons in this game, but I do not. It's a shame because it looks so fucking cool. I do not like the chainsaw. I thought I did, and then I tried to use it in real combat scenarios with more than one opponent, and I was like... And even then, we fought Sulla on his own, and I just could barely land the fucking thing, and he took me apart. That is a version of Sulla, by the way. The set, you know, the one where we actually beat him. That's a version where he doesn't heal himself. So I had 3 repair kits, he had 0, and he nearly beat me. That's unacceptable for a New Game Plus Plus player. Now that says bad things about me. I honestly think it's because I'm getting a little hot and flustered, and because our first attempt on the alternative version of the mission pissed me off so much that my skill just went out the fucking window. Like, all of my ability to pilot just died. I like the Everchosen. I like piloting my version of it, but I don't like piloting the standard version of it. But I like how it looks. Let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. This will be an interesting one. I'm fucking roasting because I got way too worked up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I shouted so much, but oh, you don't understand the frustration I felt of just being picked apart from 9 different directions, hearing the bleep every 5 seconds, getting staggered all the fucking time. Pushed me to the fucking edge. Special thanks to Ethrobin, Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimblewart, Tom King, Majoko Mime, Adash, Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Scullington, Jessica C, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, Monsoon, World, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. Oy, that was a rough one. I don't think the concept is flawed. The concept is not flawed at all. I think it's a very good idea, and I think this could work if you're willing to stretch the interpretation of a Tzeentch weapon, a Nurgle weapon, a Khorne weapon, and a Slaanesh weapon. Really, if you wanted to do this idea yourself, I'd honestly say as long as the Khorne weapon is a melee weapon, as long as the Khorne weapon's a melee weapon, you're good. The rest of them, just paint the gun the corresponding color and run with it. Right? I think that works. I don't know. It's hard to say. It depends how strictly you want to adhere to it. But at the end of the day, we're playing Armored Core, and like the art style and the mech design of Armored Core does not match Chaos and 40k, not at all. This looks more like Tau shit than Imperium or Chaos Imperium shit, or even just Chaos shit in general. You are never going to get a one-to-one match. But as far as things go, I think this turned out quite well. Let me know what you think. Feel free to laugh at how bad I piloted this thing, because, oh god, I did not do a good job. And it hurt me in my soul. It hurt. And whatever I build next time, and, might be something Project Moon related, actually, which would be interesting. We'll see how it turns out, but however it turns out, hope I see you there. Toodles, goodbye.